of many, Germany's best option, but he still struggles to displace Manny Neuer when Neuer is available. Hasn't actually started a game for Germany since the run-up to the 2018 World Cup. So Arsenal seek to pick up where they left off in the first half here tonight in Camp Nou. Good solid performance all round. Guendouzi has come on for Arsenal. Joe Willock has been kept out there by Emery. Kolasinac is fed the ball by Socrates, his first involvement since coming on for Monreal. We make it 5 changes by Valverde for Barca at half-time. Todibo, Sergio Roberto, Busquets, Longley, Rafinha, all coming on. And so still in reserve, Coutinho, Artur, Luis Suarez and Leo Messi, along with Arturo Vidal. I think we need to add one more to that list of incoming players for Barcelona, because it looks like Aleña's out there as well. They're sticking with Dembele just for the moment. Barca. Here is Aleña to Jordi Alba. Sergio Roberto got away with that. Players off for Barca at half-time: Rakitic, Umtiti, Puig, De Jong, Piqué, Neto and Carlos Perez. Here's Todibo. On by Sergio Roberto. Jordi Alba. Longley. Busquets. Little look by Aleña. Change of direction as well, but won't get to that one. Carlos Aleña's 21 now, and he may feel that he has got to start to really make a move in his career. Guendouzi just back in the Arsenal fold. He started at Angers, and with every possible respect to him, he was clearly in need of a gallop. But no doubt delighted to be out there now in this wonderful setting against one of the great names of world football, Barcelona. And let's hope for Arsenal's sake he can make the most of it. And Chambers now breathes again, because that was a real let-off. Aleña didn't punish Arsenal. On another day that would be so costly. Arsenal need to pick up the tempo here, as they did so well in the first half. Difficult with the changes, it always is. Rafinha won it well, and Willock felt it, and he's still down. This is the let-off for Chambers. Well, hopefully this won't be the end of the evening for Joe Willock, but one can understand the precautionary aspect to this. What a reception for Suarez. Willock back on the field, that's good to see for Arsenal. Sergio Roberto. Still at times unclear where they consider Sergio Roberto's best position to be, because he ended up playing at fullback notoriously against Liverpool on the night of the capitulation in the Champions League, which still hurts, still rankles so badly. Jordi Alba, Chambers, not the surest of touches then either, but Guendouzi was in about his business, very alert then. Arsenal haven't really picked up the tempo from where they left off in the first period, and they need to do that. Cleared by Xhaka. Stopped by Özil. Willock tried to give it back to him. Here's Dembele. Played off by Griezmann, Alenya sharply to Sergio Roberto, and again he cannot find Dembele. Promising but no end product. Semedo back to Sergio Roberto. Referring back to that Liverpool game, of course, it was Semedo who made way. Dembele. Maitland-niles. Well, now it's his turn to give it away. Arsenal cannot keep doing this. Socrates. The race for Kolasinac, and he got enough pace there to just force the little toe out of play from Todibo. Showed a good turn of foot, actually. Here's Guendouzi. Griezmann about him. Aubameyang. Emery shows the way forward. Rafinha. Griezmann to Alenya. Dembele. Arsenal get the free kick, with the pressure beginning to mount here. A lot of it of Arsenal's own making early in this second half, but they survive. Xhaka really made a difference against Angers when he came on in midweek, and Arsenal perhaps need him to start putting some order on this just at the moment. Guendouzi, Ozil. Given away again. Dembele. They wanted him to hit it earlier than he did, and in the end he misses the target again. Well, he came out at the customary greeting session before the game here tonight with a huge smile on his face, as though he didn't have a care in the world, but a good season is a basic necessity for Ousmane Dembele now. All bar one of Dembele's goals came in the first half of the season in 2018-19. Guendouzi. Cut off by Semedo. Longley. Night has fallen here. Beautiful scene. Some respects the stadium beginning to show its age, we know that, and Barcelona looking carefully at the options for redevelopment. Heat has been applied in that respect really by Real Madrid, who are preparing to renovate. On the field they've got the new boys, Griezmann. Kolasinac got to his position just in the nick of time, rescued by Sergio Roberto. Semedo to Rafinha. All gone a little bit quiet from the Barca crowd, though. You can hear the drummer just trying to lift the mood a little bit. Alenya made the forward move. Griezmann goes for it again, and Socrates was alert. But they do keep hesitating, Arsenal. Chambers diving in twice over, and it's becoming a bit of a struggle. Socrates looking in a little bit of bother after doing this. He and Xhaka both reacted as quickly as possible, and eventually Chambers got enough on the clearance, but Arsenal just looking a little bit leaden-footed back there just at the moment. Maitland-niles also doesn't escape a wounded warrior just for the moment, but like Willock before him, Arsenal fans will hope that this is only temporary. Fairly steady Barcelona pressure early in this second half. Arsenal have compounded some of their own problems by their defending, but they have kept Barcelona out. Roberto onside. Griezmann. Alenya had a little look, tipped over the top comfortably by Leno. Quick restart. Jordi Alba, Dembele. That's nice. Jordi Alba's in. And what a goal line clearance in the end. Joe Willock from somewhere arrived just in the nick of time, but Arsenal cannot keep the ball. And Barcelona now are all over them, swarming around this penalty box. Dembele. That got a few olays, but no end product. Aubameyang's back there as well, but can Arsenal get out? Really not got going at all here in the second half so far. Emery seeking to reassure people. This is as near as Barcelona have come. Willock did well. Probably the second best goal line clearance of pre-season we've seen after Gareth Bale the other night for Real Madrid. And it's still 1-0 to the Arsenal. Guendouzi. On by Mkhitaryan to Kolasinac. Willock, Maitland-niles, and now Arsenal threatening to attack really for the first time in this half. One or two good crosses from Maitland-niles in that first period. Ozil, that's nice. It's taken off Mkhitaryan by Semedo, but Kolasinac again looking sharp. Guendouzi. More changes and more problems, of course, potentially. Dembele withdrawn. The one and only Luis Suarez takes the field. Miranda and Wagué also coming on for Barca here, and Semedo one of those to be withdrawn. I reckon that makes a full set tonight. So Moussa Wagué, the Senegal international, coming on. Swift return for him to club duty after the Africa Cup of Nations. Of course, he was not a regular starter. I suppose the club may say, well, you had your holiday before the tournament started. Juan Miranda also on. Miranda's 19 years of age. And another from Barcelona's own production line at La Masia. He's gone in at left back. May not offer quite the same attacking potency as Jordi Alba, which might be good news for Arsenal. Arsenal's lead is narrow, but they have survived throughout this second half so far. Here's Suarez. That might still be one to chase, not quite. Certainly, you don't think Barcelona will be too chuffed, not their fans anyway, to lose twice in pre-season to Premier League clubs. First Chelsea and now potentially Arsenal here this evening. Loosely translated, and a lot of what Valverde spoke about tonight in his address to the crowd was, we know we have to win, and even winning the league is a requirement, a basic requirement here. They won La Liga by 14 points in 2017-18 and 11 last season. 99 league goals and 90, but nothing tonight so far against Arsenal here. Always a balancing act between preparation and avoiding injuries. Semedo does appear to have a little problem, and it's been a problem position right back for Barca. The clamour is now for Messi. Here's Arsenal's number 10, Ozil, to Guendouzi. 20 minutes played in the second half, and Arsenal still lead. Here's Socrates. Kolasinac. Foul on Mkhitaryan and a yellow card for Wagué. That's his first involvement. Dani Ceballos is going to come on, and Arsenal have a shot. Their first of the second half. It's deflected. Kolasinac, very businesslike, getting around the field well. Little sprinkling of Arsenal fans here. Taken by Ozil. Chase for Ter Stegen. He got to it. Longley. Two more changes afoot for Emery. Looks like along with Ceballos. Suarez. Chambers gives it away. Arsenal come away with it nonetheless because Willock got the better of Sergi Busquets. And Ter Stegen in a great position to cover. Aubameyang was in full flight for just a moment. Griezmann. Oh, that's going to cost Arsenal so much. No saving that one. It's calamitous. It's 1-1. Ainsley, Maitland-niles. Just at a time when it looked like Arsenal had weathered the storm. What a horrible moment for him. Chambers telling him to cool down. Leno charging off his line, and it was all down to whether Socrates could save it or not. Got close, but not enough. Not exactly a Barcelona classic, this, but it counts and it makes it 1-1. I think the question must be, what was the communication between the goalkeeper and the defender here? If any. Martinelli has come on along with Ceballos. Martinelli showed plenty of flashy touches against Angers. Loves to run at people. Longley. Griezmann just runs away from him. Kolasinac also on here. Saka now. What a moment for Bukayo Saka at just 17 years of age. He's 18 in September. Regular service resumed for Maitland-niles, but unfortunately the damage is done. I suppose you could argue better tonight in a pre-season friendly than in a competitive game. Certainly he's lifted the crowd here, and at the moment the feeling is that Barcelona believe they can go on and win it, and Arsenal I've got to do something about that. Living off scraps really in the second period. Chambers track Griezmann. Our information is that if it does end at 1-1, there will be a penalty shootout, much as there was the other evening at Angers. Suarez. Still. That didn't miss by much in the end. Looking very much in the mood. Ultimately frustrated at Copa America when Uruguay fell short. They looked to have a great chance of going all the way, and there were tears for Luis Suarez as Uruguay exited. In that penalty shootout against Peru. Oh dear. Awful moment for Maitland-niles, and not a very good one for Leno. Longley has been carded. And Ceballos is the player down. Here's what happened. There's no debate about that one. That wasn't a very friendly variety of tackle, really. Of course, he's known by the Barca players. Also a card for Socrates. Todibo. Rafinha. Miranda. Kolasinac clear, not very far clear again. Luis Suarez, deflection on it. That was a good hand by Leno. Guendouzi now dicing with danger, and still Arsenal keep giving it away inside their own penalty box. And I'm not quite certain how they're getting away with all this, but here comes Saka. Aubameyang. Good clean challenge on him by Busquets. Bit of payback there from Ceballos, perhaps. Arsenal get a free kick. That was Todibo on him that time. The deflection meant that Leno had to adjust, and he did it well. Xhaka. Backwards by Martinelli. Down the side by Aubameyang. Positive move by Martinelli. Longley tracking him. Got something for Arsenal, Martinelli. Still so very young, of course. Only just 18. The clamour has been for Messi, but it won't be Messi next. Guendouzi. Nice by Ceballos. Saka, great ball, unlucky. Clearly this is another young player that Emery sees something in, Saka, and a little glimpse of it there. He was so composed when the ball comes to him, and he knows what he wants to do with it. That wasn't missing Aubameyang by much. So Griezmann's debut as a Barcelona player at Camp Nou ends without a goal. I don't think that will concern him in the long run too much. Alenia steers away from Guendouzi. Rafinha. Miranda. Oh, as mentioned, not quite the same threatening mover when he goes forward as the man he replaced, Jordi Alba. Rafinha just escapes Ceballos. It was Alex Collado, incidentally, who came on for Griezmann. He's already turned 20, and he did feature a couple of times in the first team squad last season. Came on in the late season game at Celta Vigo, where Barca lost, actually, with the title already won. This is the chance for so many of these 19 and 20-year-olds, and they only get one chance at a club like Barcelona. Martinelli, Xhaka, here's Kolasinac, Saka. There's another great little ball in, and it's steered around the post. It's a super Arsenal move, but they couldn't finish it off. Fabulous bit of build-up play, and Saka, for the second time in a couple of minutes, produces a beautiful cross. Martinelli and Aubameyang really in each other's way. The youngster was having none of it. He wanted to finish it off, but he couldn't. And even now, look at his head pointing up to the sky. It could have been a marvellous moment for him. Luis Suarez, it's going to run away from him. Suarez gets a free kick. Pleasing willingness to show for it in there. Of course, well known in Spanish football generally. And Jerry Armstrong has informed our viewers already that he believes it's a really good signing by Arsenal. Chambers, Xhaka. Better little spell here for Arsenal. Martinelli, Miranda's the defender, and he fancies it. Just has that tendency at the moment, the youngster, to steer away from one player and then immediately look to take another on. Arsenal pressing hard and high, and Guendouzi concedes the free kick. Alenya. Kolasinac stepped in. Socrates to Xhaka. Guendouzi did well. Found Kolasinac. Saka moves outside him. It's been a good cameo, this, from a very young Arsenal player. Doesn't get a free kick, however. Alex Collado. Alenya. Sergio Roberto. That deflection didn't help Arsenal much, but it's steered to safety by Maitland-niles, recovering his composure. Two would have been a bit too cruel, I think, in one game. All the problems came from the deflection on Wague's cross. Without that, it didn't really look very threatening because Suarez was behind the pace of that attack. Collado to take it. Goal kick. Well, here's a welcome sight for all Arsenal fans, surely. Lucas Torreira back involved. And he's going to be on the field of play again, right now. Well, hopefully this is only precautionary, but it is to be Aubameyang. I don't think there's any injury question, and maybe some surprise he's even played 85 minutes. Granit Xhaka, the captain of the night, is also withdrawn. For Torreira. Couldn't quite establish himself in that Uruguay side at Copa America, but he was a part of it. And Socrates also withdrawn. And it looks like Mustafi's going to get a run out here. Some of his better days spent down the coast at Valencia. Eddie Nketiah. Don't think it's quite happened for Eddie in this pre-season as he would have hoped. One or two good moments. Missed a great chance to win the game late on against Real Madrid, and one wonders whether that's just played on his mind a little bit since. How lovely it would be if he could come on and win this one late for Arsenal. Rafinha, head went down, no way through. And then Arsenal present it to Suarez this time. He goes over looking for a penalty. Well, he would, wouldn't he? And now he's playing the injured innocent routine, and the referee is having absolutely none of it. This referee has tangled with him before in Spain. Chambers. Maitland-niles. Emery says play forward. Steered backward by Miranda. Ter Stegen probably letting his mind wander slightly towards a penalty shootout now. We've just got a couple of minutes more of the 90. Longley. Alenya. I think in the big scheme of things for Barcelona supporters these days is the question, how much of our identity do we actually retain compared to, say, 10 years ago and the greats of that era? They have dominated the play, and they are wearing that famous jersey, the 2019-20 variety thereof, but they never threaten to pulverise teams the way they used to, it seems. Collado. Miranda. These are the young men expected somehow to follow in the tradition of Xavi and Iniesta, but they look a long way short of that. Suarez. Oh, he's done brilliantly there. Luis Suarez wastes no time making his mark on his return to Barcelona duty. Arsenal concede again. What a wonderful finish. He ended Copa America in tears. He missed the penalty for Uruguay. It meant their exit, but the smile back now as he returns to play once more for Barcelona. Over the top from Roberto, straight between the centre-backs. And you cannot give Suarez space like that. And as a result, Arsenal may be about to lose a game which has offered much. So much room. Barcelona celebrate, and I suppose a lot of Arsenal fans watching will say it kind of proves the point that the defence is one area that Arsenal simply have to strengthen. Suarez struggling to break free. It's all down to the referee now, and Sergio Roberto's actually inviting him to blow his whistle and finish it. Torreira gets a free kick in his own tigerish fashion. It might be the last chance now for Arsenal. Guendouzi has talked himself into the book. Torreira to take it. Mustafi was in there. Chambers. Well, that really needed Leo Messi in there, with every respect to Callum Chambers. Nketiah trying to get onto it, steered backward by Longley. Nketiah kept going. Looks like the game's up here now for Arsenal, I'm afraid. Approaching 3 minutes of stoppage time and no more. And Barcelona have come from behind to win the Joan Gamper trophy here this evening in front of their adoring Camp Nou faithful. But it took something very special late on from Luis Suarez to do it, off the bench. All that after Arsenal had played very, very well in the first period and scored a beautiful goal of their own through Aubameyang, but they never really got started in the second period in the same fashion. They invited so many of their own problems and ultimately presented Barca with the leveller through Maitland-niles. Not his finest moment, although he's a very talented player, we know that. And from there, well, the ways parted for Suarez to slot in the goal, which spared us all the penalty shootout. So many pluses once more, I think, from Arsenal's perspective. Maitland-niles, that horror moment apart, obviously a huge talent. Joe Willock has shown up well again this evening. So too Reece Nelson in the first half, although he didn't come out for the second period. And late on, one or two bright moments from Saka and Martinelli. The young players continue to develop under Emery, that much is clear, but I wonder whether that goal for Suarez does underline the bigger issue right now as Arsenal head into the real stuff in 2019-20. They've strengthened going forward, but surely they really have to strengthen at the back.